Yeah, I mean, the men, I think they were really feeding off the energy they saw from the women early on. William, obviously, just a huge talent, undefeated season, been in the States for 4 months now. I mean, those are just things that never happen. It usually takes a while to figure things out, and I think he's only going to get better with time, and I'm really excited to see his growth and where he's going to end up. And I was feeling pretty confident in his ability to win halfway. He looked right at me at 5K, and I said, hey, man, let's go for it. And he turned a gear, and you don't see that a lot when people are racing 10K on grass and they're at the halfway mark. They're usually falling apart. Things are getting ugly already, and you're kind of holding on. But the rest of the guys, I thought, we had some people step up. Louis Moreau was a big one for us. He was typically our number 5 all year, and for him to step up and get All-American and really pick up some of the slack from our 5, 6, 7, and not that those guys had bad days, it's just the competition's so deep there. So for us to finish 4th, we were kind of sitting 5th all race, and I knew Adams was bleeding back, so I just kept yelling, we just need 5 more spots, and for them to be able to get that and for us to get on the podium was really, really big for our men.
And of course, women had a terrific weekend as well. I mean, finishing 6th, I think prior to that 11th was y'all's best finish. What about them? What were the emotions there?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a crazy emotional day. I mean, you talk about the program, the men, the highest they've been is 10th, and for both of our programs combined to have 10 points, the men being 4th and the women being 6th it's unbelievable. And Eleonora, I mean, she's really stepped up. She's turned into quite the cross-country runner, and when I got here, that wasn't the case. She thought she was only track, mile, 800, so for her to be able to run 6K on grass the way she does is very, very promising, and she's had a lot of growth there. Big one for us was Sarah Koonsman. I mean, freshman finishing 6th. Best freshman in the entire meet. So we're really, really excited to see where her journey is going to take her, and I think the rest of our women really stepped up. And, we talked about the point totals we needed, and we were right on the money. I said, hey, if we want to be top 5, we need to be between this, and we were right off of that, and we were 6th. So I think that wasn't even a discussion we were having at the beginning of the year. We were just top 10 oriented with this team. So for us to be even talking about top 5 the night before the national meets, I think the girls really thought they had a shot at it, and they did. I mean, it's not like they failed. 6 for this group is unbelievable.
Coach, with William, did you know early on that he had potential to be a national champion, and what made him so special?
Yeah, I did. He had some pretty incredible marks in Ghana, and whenever I spoke with him, we talked about training, and he was hardly doing anything, and I just couldn't believe it. Right, and so for him to be able to, he was running, 104 for half marathon, 1350 for 5K, like marks that you would be All-American here with those. So I just thought if we can get this guy here, we can give him some structure, we can get him around a group, he could win a national title. I didn't think he'd do it his first semester, right, because things take a while to figure out, but he figured it out pretty quickly, and we're excited to have him.
How were the conditions at John?
Yeah, it was mid-50s when the women raced. There was hardly any wind. It was pretty nice. And then for the men, it was low 60s. It was kind of sunny. I hate to use the term warm when it's like that, but for 10K, it was a little warm, especially up there in the trees. It's really wooded. You're not getting any breeze. So they were tougher for the men, but still really, really nice, all things considered.
What is it like now as you guys prepare for the university?
So we'll take a few. We have a meet, Pitt State, December 8th. Well, most of us are in pretty good 5K shape, so we're going to try to hit some qualifying marks. That'll be here in about 3 weeks, and really just spending this week recovering. Big emotional effort, right, at the end of a season here, so we're going to take things easy for a week and then get back on them and see if we can qualify 5K, 3K.